We're here to talk about the girl them. You know, because we're the girl them sugar, you know. The girl them glucose. We got a comment on one of the other videos that was posted a couple days ago that said, why is it important that men never put the women first? Men can never put women first. You could never. Because if you're putting women first, that means your purpose is taking a back seat. That means God is taking a back seat. That means all of the dreams and the aspirations that you have are taking a back seat. There's a common quote or saying that says, happy wife, happy life. I think that is complete bullshit. There ain't no happy wife, happy life. Yeah. If you think you run my life in the desires and the destinations of where I go, the only way that's gonna happen is I'm some cuck, right? That's whip. A lot of y'all dudes don't have sex enough to understand that if women are only providing you sex, you are losing something. There is a liability there. The only thing that a woman is providing in your life is sex, you're losing. Now, in a previous video, I said you need to incorporate women in your life because they will multiply and give you things that you can't even produce yourself, which is very true. But does that mean that you put the woman first? Hell no, never. As a matter of fact, I was just talking to my lady the other day about how she could never be first simply because my life is, I live a life that's on a destination basis of trying to fulfill my purpose. So I'm trying to reach my destination and fulfill what God has put me on this planet to do. If that requires the entire focus of my being to be on that said task, that's what's gonna happen. A lot of you put women first because you've never had the ability to attract them. So when you get one, it's like, oh my God, I need to cherish her. While yes, you need to cherish your woman and you should do everything in your power to give her the world. But at some point, do you think that giving your woman the world then requires a sacrifice from somebody? And then that sacrifice is you? You must sacrifice yourself. And if you're sacrificing yourself, where do you think all your attention is going? To the sacrifice. That is what you're sacrificing. Your attention to give her, to give it to somewhere else, to fuel the dreams and the money that will then fuel her life and your children's life and protect you and protect your children and protect your wife and build a foundation that your generation can stand on for years and years and years and years, decades to come. You can never put a woman first. Now, does this mean that women are not important and valuable? Absolutely not. Women are probably just as valuable as men in certain aspects. However, when it comes to you and going after your dreams, your goals, the things that you put in front of you, you cannot put her first. And women don't like that idea of men not putting them first, but it's true. Like, think about it. If I need to go down the right road, right? And my lady is pulling me towards the left, how could I ever get to whatever is at the end of the right road if I'm going down the left path? You can't. Now, what you should do, and this is where men fuck up all the time, is y'all don't tell the truth. And see, this is where shit gets fucked up. You have to tell the truth in all instances. You must tell your lady and explain to her in the beginning, not when you're 3 years, 4 years in. In the beginning, when you first meet a lady, you must tell her what you are looking to do. What is your intentions? What are your intentions with her? What are your intentions in life? If your intentions in life are to become some huge mogul who wants to be successful in certain areas, that means full devotion. Full devotion does not mean, oh, I'm going out every night to go drink wine and eat off a fucking charcuterie board or eat steak with my wife across from me. No, especially not in your 20s, bro. Right now, you should be grinding. My target audience right now is 25 to 36. Right there, that span right there, you should be putting down all the stabilization, all the pillars, all the things that are going to keep you stable in life so that when you hit 37, 38, 39, 40, you have something that a family can sit on, a house, a piece of land. You're financially stable. You no longer have to worry about money coming in, right? And so if you're early 20s, 18 to 26, you should be fighting your ass off to learn, get a shit ton of experience, get a shit ton of wisdom, fail as much as possible and as quickly as possible, get up and don't worry about it because you have so much life left to live that you falling down once is not going to stop you from getting to the goals that you want. It's not. Fail as much as possible. Focus on life experiences. Focus on building a skill that you can make money from. Focus on these things. Do not focus on women. Y'all get wifed up at like 20 because the good, and then like, what? Are you crazy? Bro, one of the best quotes that I think a lot of people hate to hear is that you'll go broke chasing women. You'll never lose women chasing money. Never. The more money you have, the more women are going to flock to you. Just like put that in your brain. So if you always are after getting to business, getting to the money, getting things done, doing the things you know you should do, and not what your woman tells you to do, you're going to get to a place where money is flowing. You'll have motion. Women will see you. Bro, the women that you attract right now when you're broke is not the women that you'll attract when you have money in your back pocket, where you can send women bottles of wine and do the finessery, whatever, and finesse women. Like it's a whole different ball game. You can spend money the way you want to on women. You can do the things you want to with women because there's now no price tag. You now have to worry about nothing. Once you get the money's gonna come, bro. Like, regardless or not, you're gonna reach somewhere. You're gonna get somewhere, right? So if you're trying to impress women, if you're trying to get women, once you have the money, you can do what you please. And the thoughts and the ideas that you have to please women or impress them can then be executed on because you have the financial backing to do so. Right? If you want to go import a bottle of wine to give to a shorty that you saw that is a 10 out of 10 and you had great conversation with her, maybe at the bar or something, and you want to send her wine from Italy, you can do so because you can import the wine and not worry about the cost. You can take her on extravagant dates and not worry about the cost. You could take her on helicopter flights on the first day and not worry about the cost. And this is where you see shit on on the internet where people talk about, oh, you need to pay for all her bills. Oh, you need to be taking her out and pay for everything and this, that, and the third. And while, yes, I do believe if you have the means to pay for everything for the lady that you're looking to have in your life or is already in your life full time, then yes, you should do so. But if you're in a place where you have to break 50-50, don't feel any way. However, you shouldn't be focused on a woman if you have to go 50-50. You should honestly work up to a point where your financial backing is so fucking high that 50-50 is no longer a thought. Is there an issue with it if you're not looking to go any higher? Sure, but understand that there's a capacity or a level that you'll reach with certain women. You're not going to get to a certain echelon of women if you're doing 50-50. It's just true. There are women that you see on Instagram that may be top models and all this other shit, right? Okay, fine. That is perfectly fine. But understand that they gravitate to a certain caliber of guy. They want a certain man to come court them. They're not going to come to the same cuck nigga who is just working a 9-to-5 and can't afford to pay certain shit. It's just true. Bro, I've gone on $1,000 dinners, bro. With only 2 people. $500 a head. And if you're not willing to pay that $1,000 plus another $200, $300, $400, $500 tip, that's a $1,500 night. It's just true, bro. You have to think about it in ways that, bro, why would you put a woman first if you can't do all of the things that you want to do for yourself? Can you pay for the things that you want in your life? Can you pay for the car that you want? Can you live in a high-rise apartment? Can you buy the house that you want? Can you get the plot of land that you want? Can you buy that 4 duplex or the four unit crib that you want? Do you have all of the things in your life set up already financially that you're good to go? No, you're probably not. So realistically, why the fuck would you put a woman first? That doesn't make any sense. It sounds kind of counterintuitive to me. Putting a shorty first, but yet you want to impress the shorty, but yet you're broke. You want to have a nice ride to ride in, but yet you're broke, trying to impress the lady. You want pussy, but your bank account's negative. Come on, bro. And it's not to say that it's going to be easy, but it's also to say that you're only subtracting from the speed at which you get to your destination by putting a woman first. Women are, and this is, and again, I will harp on the fact that you need to stop lying to these women. And that's going to be a next video. But do not lie to women. Don't lie about your status. Don't lie about your bank account. Don't lie about your dick size. Don't lie about your height. Don't lie about shit. Come as you are. She will either accept you or not. The second you lie, you put yourself in a place where you have to upkeep the lie. And then you're going to run into financial issues because you're trying to upkeep the lie. You're going to run into you're not going to impress her the way you want to because you have to upkeep the lie. Right? So you stop pretending. If watch this. If I'm on a date with a shorty, right? Cool. We out, we chilling, we doing our thing, whatever. And this is the first time she meet me, so we having good conversation. We talking XYZ. We having rosé wine, good conversation over some rosé wine, whatever. Cool. And shorty start to ask me about what do I want in life? Where do I want to be? XYZ. Right there and then is where I lay down exactly what this relationship is going to look like in the long term. Shorty asks you, what do you want out of this? What do you want out of life? What do you want out of XYZ, etc.? I see myself in a high position. I see myself with a high amount of influence and power. What does that mean? What does that look like? Okay, cool. Then you start to break down what that looks like. Break down what your life looks like to the lady, to the woman that you're in front of. Without lying, just come as you are, tell her the truth. Maybe you just want to have sex. Okay, cool. Talk to her just about sex. Maybe you want a long-term relationship. Okay, cool. Harp on the fact that you want a long-term relationship. Then talk about your boundaries and your systems in your life that you are not willing to compromise on. I am not going to put you first, baby. God is who I bow down to. And then there is me. And then there is my lady. And then there is my children. There must be order. There must be structure. Right? Tell the women that in your life, or the women that you want in your life, that there has to be a structure, a system to which you bow down and you follow order. Not her, but you. Like you personally. As a man, you should follow order. If God is above you, because there is a creator, I hope you know that. There is a God that connects us all. Like, let's be very clear on that. You must bow down to him. Okay, cool. You bow down to him. Why? Because he is the one who leads you and instructs you to do what you need to do in life. Through your life experience, you can see you're headed down a certain path or a certain area. Okay, cool. God has led me down there, right? So I must take direct orders from God to execute on a plan that he has embedded in my body. Okay, cool. I also then need a lady to help increase the rate and speed at which I get down to the destination that God has given me. Bang. So therefore, God, me, my lady. We will then, of course, we're having a heterosexual relationship, so we're going to procreate. We're going to have a child. Our child comes into the world innocent, unknowing, but must follow into the ranking order. A child should obey their parents, mother and father. Because the mother is a nurturer, the mother is going to feed her from her breast. Okay, cool. Your mom is who you go to for nurturing. Your father is who you go for discipline and order. But in that same order, they are at the bottom of the totem pole. So they follow their mother. Their mother follows their father. The father follows God. Bang. You have a perfect system that you must follow. If that's how you explain it to women, you will get the outcome that you want, and she will understand in the long term when you start to do the things that you said you would do. It's not a shocker. It's not a, oh my God, you never give me attention. No, it's simply my man is doing what he needs to do. And you better be doing what the fuck you need to do, because you can't use this system and say, oh, baby, I want to be this great man, blah, 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 but not do the fucking work to get there. Because once you get to a space where you're always gone and you're always doing this, and you better show results at some point. Right? You can leave every night and your woman can be fine for a decade. Cool. You've done it for 10 years. Never home at 5 p.m. You don't take family vacations. You strictly working. You're never in the house. Okay, cool. That is perfectly fine. But let me tell you something, my boy. On that 11th year, or whenever the time comes for your lady to then ask you, okay, what are you reaping from what you sowed for the last decade? You better have something to show for. She's not just sitting there for nothing. She's not just giving you the exercise and the understanding of, hey, this is my powers. I'm just going to give it to you for free. No. Your woman is there to nurture you, create kids for you, help you along your journey. But you cannot be the cuck bitch that sits there and goes out and does fuckery without bringing home the chicken bag. You better have some money coming in. You better have some stability coming in. You better have some relief coming for your lady. Take her on a nice trip or something. There needs to be something to show for. So in all, no, you should not ever put a woman first. Never in your life should you put a woman first. God is always the center and the foremost being that I'm going to bow down to. Right? I am the next. Right? Because without me, I can't do anything without me. I can't, like, if I don't put myself first, how the fuck, right? Next is my lady. I want a lady that can listen, can hear, can help me, can give me the energy I need by giving me support within the mental sphere, which may just mean you come home and you sit peacefully and look pretty in the corner while I work. That could just be it. But the point of the matter is, bro, you have to get to a space where the woman that you're looking for understands this hierarchy system, sits in it, and honestly does her best at being her. That's all I want. I want you to be you, baby. And I'm going to do me, and I'm going to make sure that all of us is set up. So never put a woman first, but understand the value of a woman and what she may bring to your overall journey and the rate and speed at which you move towards your destination, because she can help you more than you may think she can. So don't just think, oh, I'm just going to frig all of these women out here and everything's going to be straight. Yeah, no, that gets boring after a while. Sure, have your fun, but then you better find a lady to settle down with and move at a rate of speed that nobody can compete with when you're single. I tell you, when you have a lady, you work harder. When you have a child, you work even that much more hard. So don't get it twisted. Women never come first, but they have a huge part in why you work the way you work and why you do the things you do. We are providers here. Strong men are supposed to provide for their family. Make a platform from which their family can sit on and rely on. And so you better be working your ass off from 18 to 35, that 15-year gap, bang. And when you're ready to have that woman in your life, and maybe she comes early and maybe she sits there for the ride, but at that age point where it's like, okay, now I need to reap what I've sowed, you better have done the work so that you have something to show for. That's all. I appreciate that comment. Holla. Boy, Mr. Brown.